he's upset and he's feeling a type of way, but you need to let him know how you feel about things as well. So, but you know, he may surprise you. So, just wait and have that conversation with him, okay?
Yeah. June 18th.
What's that?
21 days.
You're an idiot.
I'm not, though. Oh, God. Dad, I wish I was an idiot. I really do on that. But if there ever comes a day where I have to sit on a stand and testify against my husband, it's going to be a rough day. And I hope to God I never have to come to that point.
Well, okay, we don't, yeah, I mean, being prepared is one thing, but I mean, you know, let's not put the cart before the horse. You have to think right now, emotions are very high and they're very raw. And people are going to say and do things. Or they may say them and just not do them. I'm guilty of that a lot of the time. Sometimes people just have to say things out loud to get them out of their head. But yeah, all of this is going to get a lot worse before it gets better. And we just need to make sure that we are prepared and cautious.
I agree.
So, how do you know that Jason McGrath guy?
Me? I thought it was a different Jason.
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
That's what he has, from the very first time that I've met him, he acts very familiar with us. And I don't recall ever really meeting him until that day when he pulled up in our front yard in his car and was
Oh yeah, that
asking
guy.
us him, yeah, he was like grilling us, and I'm like, who the fuck are you to be
Yeah.
asking us all these questions? Like, hello? That's like he just, yeah, he
I think I met him
that's a
once
little weird.
on the bench with Matt over on the maybe Rob, you might have been there. I can't remember. Over on the the little thing
The
over there,
bench?
the
Oh,
bench
the
over in
bench on the
overlook
Toledo.
spot?
cliff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Jenny and Cherry and all the Simone house were there, and I think he lives with them.
Maybe
But
that's why
yeah,
he knows through them. Maybe.
I'm going to go watch that video real quick. Give me a second.
All right, sweetheart.
Skip through it because it's the whole thing.
What's wrong?
Edward just tweeted out a stopwatch 6 minutes ago.
Oh boy.
I found out who bought me for that auction, by the way.
Who?
Ivy.
Really?
Yeah. Apparently, I was like the 5th or 6th most expensive one.
Like I said, look at you. Well, at least it's somebody who knows me, so I don't have to worry about them being
Lol.
inappropriate.
L rip Bozo first.
That actually makes me feel a lot better.
Is anyone ever selling bloody furniture?
Have you tried Ash?
She's not on
Yeah, that's where I got.
she's not on the lime list anyway. Or the lemon list.
Well, she was out of town for that little bit, so maybe she's not back full time yet. If you have her number, you could try sending her a text message. She has people that are working with her too, right, babe?
Yeah, yeah. That's where I got the beds and the sofa from.
I don't have Ash's number, I don't think. You got a number?
Yeah, I got you.
Weasley, I swear to God.
There you go.
Thank you.
I can't believe Aziz died. Why am I suddenly having PTSD flashbacks to before the collapse?
Yeah. Got that same vibe.
It does, doesn't it?
Death after death after death. I don't want to go back to
The
that.
weather's changing out there, Harry.
It took me a long time to get
Just
over
like
that.
last time. What's that scene? What's that scene, chat? I don't think he says Harry. Here we go.
Dumbledore sent me to.
No, fuck it. Where is it? Goes over to the window.
It's changing out there. Just like last time. There's a storm coming, Harry. We'd all best be ready when she does.
Yep. Yep.
Apologies.
You're
All
okay.
right. Nicer things to watch, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
feel bad for Matt.
Yeah, no shit. He thought he got info dumped the last time he was on duty.
No.
I have a feeling he's gonna wake up, he's gonna hear the news, and he's just gonna turn around, pack up his bags, and run back to England.
He may find himself at a Top Golf very soon. He came back from Top Golf, and he's probably gonna go right back to it. I don't blame him.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the only silver lining out of all of this is, at least, got a sheriff now. I guess that's even a silver lining. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll fix everything. Thank God.
Of course.
Who did
I
you
mean-
guys vote for?
I had voted for Cornwood, and I had my reasons for it. I'll be honest, if McQuillan actually pushed for an actual campaign, he would have had my vote.
I wanted to vote for Viv.
Me too.
Like, I really wanted to if she actually would have stood a chance against the two of them.
Yeah, that's all. I didn't even know she was running until the day I voted. Like, I hadn't even heard. I didn't even know Tig was running either.
Like I said,
It's like,
I just wish I knew. I think McQuillan would have had a decent chance at it, but he told me after I had voted.
My thoughts on
mean-
McQuillan is that he is too new to this PD to know how to maneuver it properly. Yeah. And
I can agree
I
with
think
that.
he would have been inexperienced in a high command position, and then inexperienced in this police department would have been, I think, not necessarily a recipe for disaster, but wouldn't have necessarily been a recipe for success. So that's
I
why
was gonna have an outburst, but also, I won't. No, I can agree with that. Tig is very competent, but I don't think that.
Oh yeah, he's great.
Straight to that would be. I mean, I think that having a sheriff and opening a second department is still the worst idea right now. But
100%.
nobody fucking listens to common sense. They just do what they want. So
I mean, you know the reasons, right? Morale's down, open a new department, more promotions.
because that somehow is supposed to fix everything.
That's what Barrick's solution has been. People are sad, promote them.
I mean, on the plus side, when I was speaking to Cassidy, who's Bones' like two eyes sheet, he said that they're not planning on like hiring, like they're not planning on like scraping from LSPD. They're just gonna have their own P&G, so they're just gonna like start small and just like, I think it's the same way that SDSO did it
Yeah.
5 years
Mhm.
back, where they're just gonna hire from the bottom, like they're just gonna start small and just hire, not just like steal people. They're just gonna hire from the, basically just start with the two of them and just hire up.
That was
Yeah, I
my
think it's a good
understanding as well when I
idea.
spoke to Bones about it.
Yeah, Bones actually, we drove around and he asked for my honest opinion on what I wanted from a police department. And he actually heard me out. Now, whether or not he agrees is something completely different, but we'll see. But I also know that Cassidy is a very good and fair officer as well. So, Bones doesn't always do things that I like, but for the most part, he seems to be generally reasonable.
Yeah.
But I did vote for Cornwood simply for a political reason, and it was to get him off the council to give Max less power. Whether or
Oh.
not that was the good way to, think about things is, but
What were the numbers in the end?
Like
Bones
408 to
whooped
211 or
Cornwood's
something like that.
ass.
Really?
Yeah. The more
That's-
people voted for the sheriff than they did the mayor.
Oh my god, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Bones won by a landslide.
That's impressive.
hmm That's because he was out there campaigning constantly in every time zone. I
Yeah.
don't think he slept much at all.
Yeah, Bones was busy, and I think also Cornwood may have paired up with some people that people aren't a fan of the most.
Who do you pair up with?
I think he paired up with Alexander River.
Mm.
Oh.
And I think that was a big hit for him that I don't
People
think
don't
he
like
realized.
River.
Alexander River? God, no.
Oh. What's wrong with River?
He's condescending. He is conceited, and he is ignorant.
I'll say this
He
much.
got
Sorry,
fired.
go ahead.
He got fired because he literally promised to provide G6 with guns using his PD issued weapon as a example of the gun.
No,
that
no,
he-
it was worse than that. It was worse than that. When we got hired to PD, we all got weapons licenses, so we could use our guns, obviously. He went and bought civilian firearms and then went to Group 6 and showed off the civilian firearm and said, I'm going to be getting you guys guns.
Oh, okay.
What?
That's not what was relayed to me. Yeah.
Yeah. And then
Because
when
I
we brought it
I
up,
got the report for that, and I had
Oh.
to call Captain Ruth to let her know.
no, and then when we brought it up, where we were like, hey, you guys have a weapons license, but don't buy weapons because it's for PD equipment only. He never said anything. He said he was going off duty, or he had the weapon, but he never mentioned it to us. And he turned it in the next day with the excuse that he was burnt and went to bed, except myself and a couple others had been awake up until the storm and saw him twatting out that he was going for chief of, or the fucking Civilian Oversight Board.
Yeah.
So he said he lied there, saying, "Oh, I was tired. I went to bed," when he had stayed awake until the storm, which was like 3 hours after we had informed them all. And
My god.
yeah,
Yes. Alexander River is not intelligent in the slightest, and he feels that he is far more important than he actually is. So
Interesting.
he's
Okay.
a know-it-all. I mean, yeah. Sorry.
All right. Well, anyway,
But he also, I mean, Cornwood is also with Max and Siobhan constantly, and they are
Yeah.
falling out of favor with quite a few people now.
Yeah.
So
and also I think Cornwood probably also took a hit in just terms of some of his police work and people not happy with it.
I'll be honest, as a dispatcher, whenever I'm on duty and I see Cornwood, I don't know whether this is because it's always at the end of his shift, but I never see him do any police work. He's always just like driving around with on fire, doing nothing, and not responding to the radio.
yep.
So yeah, but
I
that's
mean, the other night they were on duty for like 3 hours during shift 3, just at the lumber company place, just there the entire time, being paid to campaign.
interesting. Oh,
I know.
yeah,
I know with the sheriff election, he spent a lot of his time doing a lot more push for campaign. I will say, with respect to Cornwood, I will defend him on this. When he responds to calls, he's on his shit. He's good. I know there was a good spur there where he was kind of being relied on to help assist with car stuff, and he would spend a lot of his time at Mosley's. But I would say since the election, he seems to be coming around a lot more.
fair enough. But anyway, I think as a whole, with everything with this whole TJ situation, let's just keep an eye out for everybody. You know, Ziggy and but everybody included, and let's just stay sharp because we don't know how this is going to end up. So let's just check in with everybody.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
And be very careful when you're on duty, please.
Or off duty, because I
me
got
too.
robbed of my keys yesterday. So
Wait, what?
yeah, Reed's targeting me. He's trying to bully me into buying a weapons license.
Let me interest you in something called Castle Doctrine, and so help me God, if it's not gonna get implemented, I will make it a fucking
trying
point.
that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to bully me to buy a weapons license. He's trying to bully me so that I will buy a weapons license so that he can then rob the guns from me.
Are you filing reports every time that this happens?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, good. I will speak to somebody about pushing the Ego Act on them if they continue, because that's not going to continue. I will happily make sure that they all go. Listen, Mac told me that he would kill me if I voted on the whole debtor's prison thing. I was held at knife point in the cafeteria hospital and told that he would kill me if I voted for it. So fuck McGregor, fuck Reed. If they want to continue to fuck with this family, then we will fuck them.
I'm married.
Stop.
They invaded my house yesterday. They pushed me to open the door, and then they ran inside, and I locked them in. And I called the police, and they flooded the whole place. And there was 3 of them in there, and I locked them inside, and Reed was trying to shoot me through the window. And then I called the police. The police turned up, and then they called a 4th guy, and then a 4th guy turned up and forced me to open the door. And then they all ran out like cockroaches. But they turned the sink on, and then the sink overflowed, and then the whole place was flooded. It was awful.
Yeah, it's kind of like walking a wild animal into a small area. They just
Yeah.
tear everything up.
Pretty accurate, yeah. And also, they robbed a dash cam from me the other day. This was this same day that they first approached me to try and be their weapons trafficker. Oh, this is the second person that's tried to make me be a weapons trafficker this week. I had Kyle Pratt phone me yesterday, asking me to sell guns. Yeah, he wants me to be a weapons trafficker. And a drugs trafficker. He wants to strap drugs to me and put me on an airplane and send me to another country. He wouldn't tell me what country.
Does
though.
he still have his weapons license?
I don't know, but he was. I was like, what country? Because I was trying to see if I can get some free, like a free holiday. You know, I was thinking maybe I'll get something out of this, but he wouldn't tell me.
Richard,
Anyway,
please.
yeah, but I wasn't actually gonna do the drug thing. I was just seeing if I could scam him out of some free plane tickets.
Anything that comes out of that man's mouth is bullshit.
Oh yeah, the dash cam. They stole a dash cam from me, and then they put it in their car, and then but they keep putting it in this car that they use for crime, and then I keep looking at them, and then they escape from the police, and then I call it on the radio, and we find them, and then I think they keep forgetting that it's in there, and they have to keep ripping it out. But I think it keeps like magnetically reattaching. I don't know. They're
wow, that sounds like karma to me.
It's fucking hilarious.
They're fucking stupid, man.
They are fucking stupid.
That's actually comical.
I was watching their dash cam, and they realized that I must have been watching because the police kept finding them. And like I was watching the dash cam, and I couldn't hear them, but they just started flipping off the camera, like both of them in the front seat.
I know Finley stole a cop car, and we used the dash cam. He's like, "Is there a dash cam in this car?" I said, "No." I said, "We had eyes on you the whole time." He was like, "What bullshit?" I said, "I saw you go up Palomino Freeway. I watched you pull off and start repairing." So I convinced his ass that he wasn't in a car with a dash cam.
It doesn't take a lot to convince Finley of anything. All right, I'm not gonna work it.
I'm gonna go to bed.
Well, it was good seeing you all. Please stay safe.
It's good seeing you.
You have a good night, Richard.
You too, everybody.
I'm probably gonna go back to the PD
Love
real
you.
quick so I can finish a report. But I don't plan on being on duty for very long. Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
We do. I'm gonna go down to the PD because I'm here. I feel like I use that if I'm like in bed. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna leave this off for now. Fuck it.
Night.
Jesus, the rain. I was gonna say, do you wanna take your car, or do you wanna take a slow ride down with me? Cause I gotta go back down to the PD as well.
I don't mind that. Which
All right.
I'll pop
take a
mine
drive.
up. It's so wet. When did you buy this thing?
It was Ziggy's, and we split the Camaro, and it was in my name. And he got upset because whenever he went to City Hall, local impound would take it. He couldn't grab it. So I said, "You can put the Camaro in your name, but I need your car so I have a form of transportation."
Fair enough.
I'll be honest, I don't know if I really have to go back down to the PD, but I wanted to, I guess, talk to you more one-on-one.
Okay. What about?
What's your level of support for the involvement with the ADMC?
Expand that question for me, because that's pretty broad.
You said that I'm gonna grab gas up here too. You said that you've come to terms with the fact that this is essentially a family for Ziggy. Where do you see that kind of falling in line?
I think that's just it. I think that's just how Ziggy sees him, right? And I don't think there's any change in his mind on that. He's a part of them now, and that's not changing anytime soon. And so I think it's better to adapt for me, and well, I think for the family it's better for me to adapt and not necessarily make the most of it, but stop trying to move against it and just kind of work with it a little bit.
What the fuck? Sorry, I know how many units are on duty. I'm shocked to see 3 of them up here.
Yeah, me too. So it's more.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. So it's more of I can't change it, so I might as well embrace it, right? And that doesn't mean like I want him to be a criminal, right? That doesn't mean I want him doing those kind of things. But it means that's who he is now. And he's part of my life, and he's a part of my family, and I care for him like I care for you. And he's your husband, and You know, that's who I gotta be.
I get that. There's a lot that
was scuffed for a minute. Yeah.
I have a hard time coming to terms with when it comes to... Are my headlights on?
No.
I feel like they are, but they're just not illuminating. Weird. There's a lot of things that I have to come to terms with, because I'm in the same boat. I will always support him. And I think for me, I think a lot of it comes down to, while I support him, it's a hard one to... It's a hard thing to be fully accepting about. There's aspects that I accept, but there's aspects that scare me. And I think a lot of the scare comes with the risk. And I also know that Ziggy is a very emotionally attached person, not just to the people he cares about, but just in general. He's had a rough past, and I know that there's flaws about him that I worry about. Not just concerns that he won't be able to control himself, but, you know, just like anybody that has their struggles, I worry about him. There's not a day that goes by where I worry that because of the people that he's around, that if he by chance were to fall into, you know, a bag of coke, that I wouldn't find out that he's back to being an addict, which scares me. There's definitely aspects that I don't like.
Me too. And I don't think it's ever something that any of us in the family are going to be like, this is something we love, you know? But it's one of those things we've got to manage. It's like a good analogy. I don't know. It's I think it's whatever we make of it. I think Ziggy's path with the ADMC and everything is completely defined by, I think a lot of it's his decisions, but it's also how we help him and how we guide him with those decisions. Because if he has our support with things, then he's much more likely to either go ahead with certain actions or maybe not go ahead with certain things. He's got to remember that he has a family at home when he's dealing with this kind of stuff. It's the reality is, the facts on the table are that, in my opinion, he's in there now. He's there. And there's no real getting out of it. And so
we're about to get hit by a tow truck. Jesus.
There's no real there's no real options. There's always going to be things we don't like. So yeah, we just gotta figure out the things we do like and come to terms with it and support him the best way we can, because he's family.
I'm gonna say something that might be unconventional. Being in the occupational position that I'm in, out of all of the, we'll say, groups that I have to deal with on a day-to-day, the ADMC continues to be the most tolerable. And if I'm able to say it, the most respectful when given the opportunity to speak with them. And I'd like to think that, or not even that I'd like to think, I'd hope that moving forward, that's the same energy that'll be given. And I hope that that doesn't change.
I mean, I can tell you I've had a few conversations, even text messages from a few of them, and they've all reached hands out saying if we ever need anything as a family, that they would help us out with anything.
Do you mind if I ask who's reached out?
You
don't have to tell me if you don't want. I'm not trying to be nosy.
I mean, I spoke to Solomon. Me and Solomon had a conversation. About, this must have been 2-3 weeks ago now. When he got voted in as deputy mayor. I think he just wanted to catch up, I guess. I think he was trying to, I think he was putting feelers out. But it was a good conversation. He was basically saying, you know, it was kind of the height of everything going on with ETA, with Max and everything like that. So he was basically saying, you know, what the conversations have boiled down to is Ziggy's part of our family, he's part of yours. So we share that. So if you need anything, just give us a call. And then I left some flowers and a note for TJ at their place up on Little Bighorn yesterday, and I got a text from Jason. I can't remember his full name. JT is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
He sent me a text message.
The place is the mechanic shop, right?
Yeah, mechanic shop. So behind Milton's Mods, and he basically said, while our lives are going to be different, we both have similar people that we care for, and while you may not be my family, I'm glad you're around for those closest to you. So, and then that whole thing with Kenneth, I met a few of them there. And I'll be honest, Ziggy called him up and was like, hey, I'll be honest, I have to be straight with you. Ziggy was like, hey, we're gonna go meet Kenneth Jesperson. And I was like, what the fuck you want about, you donkey? And then he explained everything. And I was like, you want to go meet a serial killer, just me and you? And he was like, yeah. And it was me who suggested, I'm pretty sure it was me who suggested, let's not go alone, call some people up. And he made a call, and then about I kid you not, during that whole conversation, about 6 cars worth of ADMC turned up. Like, as much as it's like, you know, Ziggy had a home with PD, he's in good hands. I'm not worried about him. Well,
I get what you mean. You're not
Who-
worried about
yeah.
his protection per se. He's covered. Someone's watching his back.
Yeah.
I can appreciate that. I may do the same thing. I may go pay my respects. I wasn't around, I guess, when everything happened with TJ, but I may go do that. But it's the little mechanic, the little abandoned mechanic shop, right? With the little, it's got the big gate on it.
Yeah, the slidey gate, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I may go bring flowers or something. Try and pay my respects. Try and be kind.
Listen, before I'm not gonna. This talk with Ziggy's gonna be I don't wanna. It's gonna be difficult. I don't wanna talk about. I don't wanna. Obviously, I've had a conversation with Ziggy already. But I don't really know what good fatherly advice I could give you, because all I'm thinking is like, what if it was Matt in that position? What would I do?
I think the best thing for advice that you've given me is exactly what I needed to hear, and that was to just be there for him. Because I hate to say it, I don't think there's any amount of words, verbiage, sentencing I could use to, for lack of a better term, lean him off that cliff. But I do think that I could be there for him, and I think hopefully just my presence will be enough to help him.
Yeah. Be his husband. I think that's what he needs.
I can do that. I think that's something I could very well do.
All right.
I'll get you over to the PD so you can go to work. Do you need food or water or anything? Actually, I don't have anything to eat, but I have something to drink if you're
No.
thirsty.
I'm all right. I had some breakfast tacos.
Gotcha. If you need anything, call me. I'll be around for a little bit. If I need you, I'll give you a call. But
All right.
I should be okay.
Take it easy, okay, mate?
Thank you. You as well. Have fun at work. Hopefully it all goes okay. It's been a pretty tame morning so far.
All right. Take it easy.
All right.
Well, it wasn't HelloFresh. Did I test my PC? Yup, and it was fine. I don't know what the fuck it is. Wait, maybe this? I did a thing. Hold on. It might have still been HelloFresh. I didn't click a thing. Talking to HelloFresh chat. If you're not in the US, sorry US people, but if you want 60% off your first box and you can get free dessert for life if you're in the UK, make sure to click the link in chat or use my code UK Fresh 7151. I wish I had a cool code, but I don't. But do that. It might be my settings. I wonder if I use a different I wonder if there's any way for me to check my Can anyone go back in the VODs? Oh, there's no way of you finding that. I'm just gonna do this really quick. I'm just gonna set things down. Might reset me. It's gonna restart my game, but we'll try it. That was a good little chat with Flop. What's this song? Ugh. Ugh. Bo. I hope this fixes it. If not, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I have to clear cache on stream. Oh, back on 74. I have to ask someone for help. Honestly, I feel like that never works because it's like no one can ever tell. Wish you can see like what browser page this is. Speaking of HelloFresh, is your son-in-law an MC? Are you slowly embracing your role as a cop lad and each of these videos who will constantly press it as a vending machine chips? Try HelloFresh. What's the issue having? I don't know, man. It feels like either my VRAM or my RAM is like maxing out in game, but it feels like a memory leak, but I don't know, man. It just, everything just fucking slows down as shit. And now my game is just not loading. What the fuck is going on? Where did it go? I was gonna say, but the V word, vagina. Sorry. God, is my mother-in-law home? God, why would you say that, Rhea? Oh my god, I played Baldur's Gate last night. I'm doing I don't use Chrome. I do, but I don't have it open. I've actually been closing it down. And I have 32 gigs of RAM anyway. Oh yeah, I was playing Baldur's Gate and I'm doing a Dark Urge run. Never done a Dark Urge run before. It's fucking awesome. And I killed all the druids and all the tieflings in the camp. It was fucking amazing. I feel so evil. I've never been so evil in my life. I've never done anything like this in a game before. It's like, it's like, it's weird, but it's great. Also, if you haven't played a bard in Baldur's Gate, have you got Task Manager running? I have done it before. I'll do it again. Do. What do you mean now, Prox? Did you change your PC? It's just old. Are you running like FSR and shit on it? These settings look so much worse, dude. But if it stops me from having issues, then fuck it. Keeping an eye on things. It's Act 3. Yeah, Act 3 is the next patch for Baldur's Gate 3. They're adding more stuff to Dirge runs. Are you kidding me? When's that happening? Should I stop playing it? That's bullshit, man. Wait, is it functional now? Why is it working now? Everything looks like a little bit blurry, though. Don't you think? Oh my God, Richard! Richard, your face! Richard! 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 What the fuck? You know what? I'm not gonna complain. We can play GTA. We can play without horrendous lag for now. It's functional. I'll mess around with the settings off stream, but for today, this is good. Smile. Got the teaser. No spoilers, I hope.
Okay, if a chase, or sorry, if a swap were to happen, and it is the flannel getting out, and we presume he has majority
What
of
the
loot, are we sticking
fuck?
on him or the main?
That looks amazing. I don't know, go for a new GPU, maybe.
Pursue whatever is easiest. If you're unable to pursue the suspect as the main suspect and you're not going to get anybody, then just stay on the primary vehicle.
Roger that.
Was it the? I think it was the textures. I think if I can, I think I can turn my texture quality up one. Fuck no, I can't.
All right, the suspect in the vehicle, the individual.
I'll just leave it for
primary
now.
Target is going to be in the driver's seat.
Who we got on duty? We got 4 units on duty.
Suspect's taking off.
Targa.
Activated eastbound McDonald, right, southbound 22 westbound Davis. Sentinel, traffic, nowhere, weather, dark. Continuing west on Carson, vehicle
Jesus
slowing.
actually dead.
Brother, 122 secondary right, eastbound Innocence. Left, northbound through the old Benny's alleyways. Right, eastbound, back out to Power. Oh my, turtle shell? VCB.
Left U-turn westbound into the alleyways back towards Alta. Cross, Alta, by. Right north on Alta. Crossed Adam Zabel, continuing north on Alta.
Do they still have their stupid dash cam in?
Continue north on Alta. Cross Vespucci, cross San Andreas. Passing G6.
It's still
continue north on Alta.
there.
Vehicles slowing, taking a little jumpy jump. North on Alta.
122 secondary left, westbound occupation. Left, southbound Los Lagunas. Right, westbound Dorset. Continue westbound Dorset past Mount.
What properties could we get? 1.3 million. I think we can afford that, right, guys? Honestly, if the family put together some money, we could get like a... Honestly,